Hello again, my YouTube fans. I know it's been a while. Well, it seems I've got a new subscriber, William Roberts. I think he's from Illinois. He says to me that he subscribed to me because he would like to see some Paul Morphy games. So, I dug up some database which has the Paul Morphy games in it. What I would like to do is perhaps even make a whole new playlist for Paul Morphy games. Paul Morphy was in the times considered to be a chess prodigy. At just 12 years old, he defeated the Hungarian master Johann Lowenthal. So that's the game I loaded. I found the game, at least one of them. I'm pretty sure it was, I think it was a 3-game. In any case, I think it was 3 games, but he defeated him, and this is one of those games. He was only 12 years old when he did this. So, a little history. Paul Morphy was born in 1837 in June and died in 1884, 57 years old. His family, which was, they were actually a rich, well-to-do family. They realized that he was talented in chess, and they encouraged him to play. And during the family gatherings and stuff, they realized his talent. But by the time he was 9 years old, he was considered one of the best players in New Orleans. Now this is in the 1800s, and I mean we know of a few players in recent times, and especially the newest world champion, Magnus Carlsen, who also started at a young age. So it's kind of like that, only back in the 1800s. Paul Morphy did die at a very young age. I'm 54, so 57 years is kind of young. It's a little scary. But in any case, he was going to school for a law degree. He got his degree, but I think he never actually managed to get a practice in law. But he has beaten some of the most powerful players in the world in those days. He was supposed to play none other than Staunton himself, the chess piece set that we know of as a standard set. But I guess they never got around to actually making that appointment, I guess. But in any case, this is for you, Mr. Roberts, from Illinois. This is a Morphy Lowenthal game. Morphy won in, I forget how many moves it is. We'll find out as soon as we get down to that far. According to the database, this is the, there it goes. This is the Sicilian Gambit. I know you don't see that on the screen, and oh, by the way, as usual, please play this in high definition, so you can read this small print. Usually the opening is where my mouse is pointing right now in the ECO, Encyclopedia of Chess Openings. It's not there, but I did open up the engine so that it can tell me on the bottom of my screen, which I don't have being displayed. It's called the B21 Sicilian with move 2 F4 and more Gambit. So in any case, Morphy's playing white, and we'll scroll through some of these moves here. Morphy was kind of some people consider him the father of some of the most amazing chess ever played, but I'm not an expert. I'm far from being any kind of master or expert, but I do love this game, and I'm an enthusiast. So I'm going to do my best to give you what I think about this game. It's kind of strange to see that in these 1800s games, these old games, I see moves that I sometimes make. And nowadays the ratings have gone up. Modern chess has expanded, has grown. But as you can see, Paul Morphy does the pawn thing all the way up to the king. And let me show you. I'm going to get to the to the end of this kind of quickly. I don't want to spend too much time trying to explain a game that I'm not an expert in explaining. But even at this point, you can see that Paul Morphy is up. Let me see. He's got a rook and a bishop to Lowenthal's knight and a bishop. And they both have 3 pawns, but Morphy actually has isolated pawns, or at least one, whereas Lowenthal has connected pawns on the outside, their A and B files. So that might be interesting to think about. But as the game goes on, sooner or later, let me see if I could, they exchanged the knight and the bishop. So now Morphy has a rook for Lowenthal's bishop. And I've had trouble playing against the computer, even on low levels. I mean, I'm no expert. Like I said, I'm probably maybe 1600 player if I had to rate myself. But I've had trouble against the computer that had a bishop, and I ended up with a rook. And so it's not as easy as you might think. But okay, so the game goes on, and in the end, I don't know. I guess Morphy, like me, had a little got tired of that bishop hanging around, decided to just go ahead and trade it off, figuring that he had his king. If you notice, his Lowenthal's king is way off to the one side. There's no way that he can come all the way across and try and get these pawns, whereas Morphy's king is right there, ready to pluck off those 2 pawns. So this is why Morphy actually won this game. There's no way that the excuse me, the Hungarian grandmaster could come over and take those pawns before Morphy did. So I imagine he resigned at this point. So this is one of those games, and you know what? I might be able to give you another game, which I want to show you. I think is one of the first smothered mates I've ever seen. Let me see if I can go into the database and find that. Let me see. Okay, I think it was the McConnell games. Let me try this first one. Let's see. Let's bring it down to the end here and see what it looks like. No, that's not it. Okay, so let's try another one. Let me see. It's one of the McConnell games, I'm pretty sure. If you know anything about Smothered Mate, where the knight comes down and checkmates the king, Morphy actually was one of the first people to do that. I'm not sure if he was the first or one of the first, but certainly back in the 1850s. It's for 1849 even, in fact, if you look at this database. Let me see. I think it might have been Morphy playing black. So let's flip the board. Let's see, Yes, okay. So let's go ahead and go to the beginning of the game. This is the King's Gambit accepted. Okay, so let's scroll through this game, and I want to show you Morphy's genius. And again, he's 12 years old here, maybe even 11. 1849, he's 11 or 12 years old. So I guess if it was June of 1849, he was 12. If it was before June, he was 11. But in any case, this is a kid playing an old man, I think, in comparison. Okay, there it is. Okay, so now, there it is. Okay, now why I don't know. I don't know why McDonald Sr. did not take the knight. I don't know why he didn't take it. Oh, he couldn't because it was a double check. Okay, there it is. I'm sorry. Forgive me. This is a double check. This is where Morphy comes out. It's a discovered check. One of the oldest tricks in the book. They tell you they teach you how to play chess. If you can check a double check, it's always the best. So there it is. It's a double check, so you can't take the knight. McConnell, excuse me. Yeah, that was a fast food slip. McConnell Senior had to move the king, and Morphy comes in with the queen. Now the only thing left to do here is for the rook to take the queen. But then what happens after that is you get the smothered mate. So that's, I don't know if this is one of the first, or, it's a genius thing to do. Especially, back in the 1800s, things like this weren't exactly done all the time. We know about it now, and even now, I have never had the privilege of smother mating somebody. I've done it in chess puzzles and stuff. But let's go ahead and
okay, checkmate.
Okay, there it is. So, yeah, so Paul Morphy is one of the old-time chess geniuses, chess prodigies when he was a child. 9 years old, he was already considered one of the best chess players in New Orleans. So, I'm going to try to make a playlist. In fact, I'm making this video now. It's not on YouTube yet. I mean, when I put it on YouTube, when you see it, it should be in a playlist that I think I'm going to have I think I'm going to call it Paul Morphy's Games. So thank you, William Roberts from Illinois, for asking me for the Paul Morphy Games. I'll post more. I just want to quickly say that in addition to this, I haven't put up a video in a while. So in addition to this, I'm thinking of making a new chess academy for absolute beginners. The game of chess is finding new, invigorated enthusiasm. So, and I happen to believe that it's a great tool to teach kids. In other words, it's kind of like a brain exercise machine. It's not, not every kid has to become a grandmaster. Not every kid has to become an expert. It's just the idea of learning how to play chess, even if you never. I mean, like, look at me. I'm not really that great. I'm okay. I can beat most of my friends, but at the chess club, I get my butt kicked. But the idea here is that chess is a brain exerciser. And to promote learning chess in school and grammar school would be a plus for the entire country. Well, the entire world, but considering we're trying to promote education in this country instead of some of the downright stupidity that's been going on in politics. I'm thinking about making a new sort of academy. I'm thinking about gearing it towards teaching parents how to teach their kids how to play chess. I've met a few parents that had no idea what chess is about. They asked the old dumb question, is it like checkers? So my idea is to, suppose you have a kid that is interested in chess, but you have no idea how to teach this kid how to play. So my idea is that aside from my other chess academy, which I have on YouTube, which they can also use, I'm going to try to give a slightly different approach. I'm going to start from, the blank board, what the board is about, chess notation, how the pieces move, up to, nothing expert, but up to, how to start the game and get into playing. After that, you could go to the chess academy that I have. You can go to many other chess YouTube channels that you will find in my channel. Some links. You could also go to many other websites, including chess.com. There's online chess lessons, which gave out a couple of free DVDs, which I actually also have. I'm not allowed to post them, of course, on YouTube. Those were given as a condition that you don't post those, but you can get them for free from onlinechesslessons.com. So, any case, thank you again, Robert Mr. Roberts, excuse me, William Roberts. Thank you again for asking for the Paul Morphy Games. This is the first one I posted, and hopefully I'll give you a lot more, and I'll even try to make a playlist of Paul Morphy. Maybe I could even make a playlist of other players and see who asks for what player. So for now, just remember, keep on playing. Thanks for your subscription. And don't give up.